While the Democrat primary contest rages on between Barack and Hillary, circumstances have it that the Republican primary contest has wrapped itself up, and as voters are free to cast their votes in the remaining undecided states. Conservative talker Rush Limbaugh has exhorted his audience to do the obvious thing and cast these votes for Hillary, who is bringing up the rear in the Democrat contest, with the effect of delaying its conclusion and prolonging the internecine conflict which has been ugly and revealing and beautiful. This week's pageantry of phony outrage focuses on how bad it is that some Republican voters may be crossing the aisle to vote strategically. But of course, like all poses of moral outrage progressives perform, this one too is false and mounted on the sands of their own hypocrisy. One hypocrisy is in all of the wailing and hand-wringing about loyalty oaths. When the Bush campaign was forced to have campaign event attendees sign documents promising not to be disruptive, as progressives can be relied upon to be, as they were in fact this Easter Mass in Chicago this Sunday, screeching and spraying stage blood on parishioners, such things were just roundly condemned on principle. But progressives don't actually have permanent principles, only permanent hatreds, and so in the present case, loyalty oaths are sacrosanct things which must be enforced by criminal law. This guy's upset about it.
He's at it again, trying to subvert democracy. Some didn't even try to conceal their intentions. They had me sign the affirmation about switching parties and supporting the principles of the Democrat Party. I said that would be easy, because they don't have any. Everybody got a good chuckle. It may now also be illegal. Problem? Lying on that affidavit could be election fraud, a felony, which could carry up to 6 months jail time and a $2,500 fine. Said it before, I think it's un-American.
This lady wants people to go to prison over it.
And I think they should bring it because, I think they need to do this as deterrence. This is a despicable practice. There's an awful lot of people who are upset about this, and if they see someone online bragging about it, since there is apparently going to be an investigation by the Board of Election, they ought to forward the posting that was online to the board and let them check it out and see if they can identify that voter.
This rich prince spent a leisurely Tuesday doing too much research to prove something which nobody really disputes, and he too is hysterical.
This is not some trivial little matter. This is selecting who our nominee will be. And the truth, the fundamental idea behind the presidential nomination process for both Republicans and Democrats alike is that a person in casting a vote for someone will do so meaningfully and based on their considered judgment of who they believe will be best suited to lead our country. The idea of crossing over to participate in a primary solely to upset the other party's will in determining their own candidate, well, that not only is a perversion of democracy, but it shall inevitably weaken the very fiber of our country and therein the American institutions we all hold so dear.
But progressives have done the exact same thing in numerous elections. 2 months ago, in fact, at the website of the Democrat Party organ DailyKos, Kos himself posted exactly the same exhortation as Rush has, proposing that progressives have some fun in Michigan. We want Romney in, because the more Republican candidates we have fighting it out, trashing each other with negative ads and spending tons of money, the better it is for us. We want Mitt to stay in the race, and to do that, we need him to win in Michigan. So much for that silly theater of moral shock over tactics which progressives propose should be reserved exclusively for their own use, and prosecuted as election fraud in all other instances. When anyone else steals, it's stealing. When a progressive steals, it's liberation. Such is the smiley-faced fascism of progressives.